Are you fed up having lots of fans all over the place with cables going left, right and centre? Well, these products from Akasa may do the job for you. The front of the box is pretty straightforward. As you can see, they all look the same with the exception of the larger one's got 3 fans, the middle one's got 2 and the smaller one's got 1. And the model number A36 basically means it's 360mm, where A12 means it's 120mm. Otherwise, if you're not sure, it's basically 3 fans in one frame rather than having 3 separate fans. On the back of the box, you can see a little bit of artwork, show you what it looks like. It's multilingual, so lots of different languages on there, shows you the specifications and also gives you the certifications for all the RGB equipment it works with. Inside the box, pretty straightforward. You've got a fan in each one, or a fan including its frame, as well as a pack of screws. It comes with 4 long screws for something like a radiator, and then you've got the 4 short screws for a case. Otherwise, that's it inside the box. Let's have a look at the fans themselves. So first of all, the cable. So obviously you've got your standard 4-pin PWM cable, which as you can see is nice and wide. And you've also got your 5-volt aRGB connection as well, which would plug into your motherboard or controller. If you're not sure, this one's 3 pins, so it's 2 pins, then misses 1 and then 1 pin, and it's 5 volt. It's not standard RGB, this is addressable RGB. Now, the cable for the smaller fan, that's the 120mm version, is roughly 44-45 centimeters long. That's both of the cables, where I found the 240 and the 360mm versions do have slightly longer cables, closer to 50 centimeters in length, and that's again for both of the cables in each one. So let's have a look at the differences. So I'll start with the 240 and the 360. They basically look identical to each other, with the exception as one has got an extra fan on it. So the whole thing lights up, the fans themselves do, so it's all RGB lighting and so forth, and you'll be able to see that through the reverse side as well as some little cutouts on the side there, which can look pretty good if you're looking at a side view. I can only find these on their website in white, unfortunately, and only in the 120, 240, 360 variations. They don't seem to have any larger fan options or black options, which is a bit of a shame, because if you've got an all black case, you can't really use these unless you like a bit of a clash in there. But otherwise, you've got the white ones. Hopefully they'll be ringing other ones out later. Now, as you can see, these aren't two separate fans positioned together. It's basically 2 fans, or the hubs and the fins, positioned in one casing and then 3 on the 360mm version. You do have the anti-vibrations on the corners, just the same as you would normally on the fans. There's none in the middle, but then again, you don't really need them in the middle because it's completely flat there, so you're not screwing it into anything, which is pretty good. Now, all the fans are dual ball bearing fans, and they also sickle flow design on the actual fans, so that means a sort of a sweeping effect, so it gives you a rough idea. But the advantages of these is if you'd normally go out and buy 2 fans or 3 fans, you'd have 3 PWM cables to connect, obviously, to power the fans, and then 3 RGB cables, and then you'd need a big, huge controller to plug them all in. Well, this, you don't. It's just basically 1 cable for powering it, the PWM cable, and then you've got the aRGB cable, and that's it. So rather than having 2 cables on this one, 4 cables in total, you're only using 2. And on this one, instead of using 6 cables, you're still only using 2. Now, the only difference on the smaller version is obviously it's a fan on its own. So in reality, it's like any other aRGB fan. But the side view, I would have preferred it look the same as that, to be honest with you, where it's just like 3 little cutouts, so it looks the same, but it's more of a transparent side, so you're going to see the RGB all the way across. But otherwise, that's pretty much it for the fans. So in conclusion, we've got some nice looking fans, and they're pretty quiet as well. We've got 3 fans in here, or should I say 3 lots. We've got the 120mm one in the back of the case. On the top, we've got the 240, and down the front, we've got the 360mm version. So that's pretty much 6 fans in total running in there, on top of the power supply graphics card ones as well, and you cannot really hear it over ambient noise running at 50% speed, so that's pretty good. Don't get me wrong, if you ramp it up so it's running at 100% speed, which is roughly around about 2000 RPM for each individual fan, then yes, you are going to hear it, obviously. But saying that, it isn't the loudest fans I've heard on the market. Now, they do look nice. The RGB effects do go through pretty good, but again, the effects are really down to what you're plugging it into. So if your motherboard has different controls, different effects, then obviously they're going to look slightly different. But we've just left it on the standard rainbow effect, and as you can see, they'll look quite nice. So if you're looking for some fans which look a little bit different, or you're looking for something to save a little bit of space, or doesn't have lots of cable in, then this might be for you. For example, we're using 3 PWM cables, 3 RGB cables, instead of 6 if we were using traditional fans doing the same sort of thing. So in conclusion, I would highly recommend these fans. I hope you enjoyed those fans. If they didn't blow you away, then you may want to click on this box just up here and you'll be able to see other fans and coolers we've reviewed in the past. Otherwise, if you click this box down here, you can see other Akasa products. Otherwise, don't forget the thumbs up, likes, bells, you know the drill, and we'll see you next time.